play a little music. I'm going to kick it off tonight with a tune that is the title track of an album of mine that came out, gosh, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, called Used Man for Sale. So that's the name of the song. It's my life, or what I've got left of it. It's my world that I try to forget. All I am, all I am is a used man for sale. I had dreams, threw them all away, hopes and schemes, best left for better days. All I am, all I am is a used man for sale. Play me something new, play me something new, something that I've never heard before. But don't ever go and try to tease me, woman. You'll leave me wanting so much more. I'm lost in your wilderness, and I'm desperate, desperate for your kiss. All I am, all I am is a used man for sale. Oh, play me something new, play me something blue, something that I've never heard before. But don't ever go and try to tease me, woman. You'll leave me wanting so much more. Oh, I'm drifting like a sailor lost at sea, but I'll be here if you ever wanna buy me. All I am, all I am is a used man for sale. All I am, all I am, people, all I am is a used man for sale. Used man for sale. All right, used man for sale. Hey, do I have any used men out there? Put your hand up if you are, or drop me a line. Okay, this song's for you. All right. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, do I have anybody out there that's an expert with Zoom? I've been using Zoom the last few months, and about a month ago, 2 months ago, I started having a lot of problems with the video freezing. So I'm open to tips about that. I'm trying to troubleshoot, trying to do some new things to get it going, because I do music online with Zoom too, not just Facebook. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. So next song, this one's called Never Ending Setting Sun. This is one I co-wrote with my pal up in Kingston, New York, Ulster County, David. So it's also one that I've been recording lately, working on it. It's getting there, getting real close. Gonna have some new music to lay on you. new CD maybe in the new year, in the spring, hopefully. Truck grind on 7th Street. Another day begins in the summer heat. Out on the bay in the fading light, I follow a jet until it's out of sight. This strange notion like it's over and done, over for good before it's begun. In my mind is a never-ending setting sun. A cloud of umbrellas on the avenue, a cloud of motion, red, black, and blue. On the corner was a child's face, but now when I look, an empty space. This strange notion that it's over and done, over for good before it's begun. In my mind is the never-ending setting sun. The last time, every time is what I feel. What was before my step is behind my heel. To this constant twilight of final decline, I lean back in my chair and I drink my wine. This strange notion like it's over and done, over for good before it's begun. In my mind is a never-ending setting sun. Okay. Never-ending setting sun. Next song. Who wrote this next song? Well, I guess it was me again. This is another one off the Used Man for Sale album. And what was my motivation in writing this song? Just for the hell of it, I decided I wanted to write a song that had all minor chords. No major chords, all minor. And that's what I did. Of course, it's only got 3 chords. So, this is a slow, sad one, which is often the case with a minor key song. Usually the slow ones sound very sad, very moody. And then when you speed them up, the minor key songs, they kind of sound mean and rough. And I love both. I love the slow ones and I love the fast ones. I love minor key songs. Love writing them, love singing them. Oh, wrong harp. Jeez. Glad I caught that in time. Haha. There you go. I made that mistake. I had played songs with the wrong key harp. Talk about improvising. Damage control. The nights, they slowly turn into days. The sun clears away the haze, and fate takes hold when it's time to be bold. There is salvation in the arms of a kind woman. The floods, they never seem to end. The rains come pouring down again. The sky feels so cold when the world seems so old. There is salvation in the arms of a kind woman. In the distance, a hound starts to cry. All the flowers have started to die. The midnight train rides its track when there's no turning back. There is salvation in the arms of a kind woman. In the arms of a kind woman. In the arms of a kind woman. Okay. Oh, jeez. What a tearjerker. So, like I said earlier when I came on the air, we're celebrating the release of a new single, a downloadable single of mine called Lady Luck. It's actually got a B-side, a downloadable B-side, and that's called The Desperate Road. And both songs are available at Bandcamp at Aldora Records. Aldora Britain Records, sorry. Which is actually out of Scotland, I've come to learn. Scotland, of course, being part of the United Kingdom, being part of Great Britain, right? And so that was released this last Monday. The video got its broadcast premiere last month at Diddy TV, which is this extremely hip streaming music network out of Memphis, Tennessee. It premiered on their Campfire show, and then it made its online premiere last week at one of my favorite music websites, Americana. Hi Ways, hi Dee Dee, hi Tony, hi Tammy. Who else? Who else is visiting me today? Just in time to hear me talk. Jeez. So the video's been getting a lot of traction, and it was filmed, as I mentioned earlier, in the inland northwest part of our country, America. Primarily around Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I was there for a little while this past summer, and headquartered in Coeur d'Alene, but I did get to see some other parts of the country. Spokane, Washington. There's some great footage of this. In the middle of downtown Spokane, they have this waterfall, and they have this really great bridge. It looks like it's from the 1930s, like it was a WPA project or something. But it's just, I've never been in a city that had something that spectacular right in the middle of town. And they've got a really nice park around it, and you can walk. So that's in the video. Some shots from Coeur d'Alene. What else? Pasco, Washington. We went down there and visited some relatives. My video camera died down there, unfortunately. And then Sandpoint, Idaho, which is further north. It's only a couple hours from Canada. And then this really interesting town called Wallace, Idaho, that everyone was saying we had to go see. You got to go to Wallace. You got to go to Wallace. And we go, what's there in Wallace? Well, not much, but you got to go. So finally we went. And it ended up being a really interesting little town. It's really up high in the mountains. It's on the way. You take the interstate that you would take to Montana. But it's really in the mountains and real high up. And some great architecture there. And there's some good shots from Wallace. I later found out that it was the birthplace of the famous movie star Lana Turner, which was pretty amazing. I mean, it's like a 3 streetlight town, maybe. And I had a good lunch there. So yeah, if you're out that way, check out Wallace. Anyway, the fine folks at Aldora Britain have released it. And it's starting to get a little airplay, a little action, so I'm going to play it for you right now. Lady Luck. There's a cold wind blowing, clouds rolling in the sky. Hobos in the train yard starting a fire. Chill in the air of anger, it's begun to intensify. Lady Luck, please don't pass us by. In the center of the city, I'll be looking for you. Ain't the crowds getting ready to crucify? The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting long. Lady Luck, please don't pass us by. Brown leaves on the concrete, a patch of snow on the ground, the sound of marching people all around. Standing by the car, I'll be looking for you. Together we'll try to push on through. Lady Luck, please don't pass us by. Don't pass us by. Don't pass us by. Okay, Lady Luck. Lady Luck. Incidentally, I've got some info posted on the video here, streaming live video, about my Venmo account, my PayPal account, if you're in a generous mood, maybe, and you want to contribute to the performing musician, me, please do so. Appreciate it. But you don't have to. I'm just glad you're here. But I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Now it's time for the random cover song of the night. Spooky. Classics 4. Let's talk a little about the Classics 4. They had another hit called Stormy, which I think was a sequel to Spooky. They had another one called Traces of Love, which is just a real heartbreaker of a song. I actually was in a band a few years ago, and we tried to cover it, but you know, it had too many chords, so we never really got a grip on it. So here's Spooky.
To go with me and see a movie, but you said no, you've got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say, alright, love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky, you always keep me guessing, I never seem to know what you are thinking. And hold my hand, love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. This is the Jose Feliciano part. Jose all the way. If you decide to stop all those little games that you've been playing, I'll be sure to decide to tell you all my heart has been saying. Just like a ghost, you've been haunting my dreams, so I proposed on Halloween. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky, alright, yeah. Alright, yeah. Spooky. Spooky, yeah. Alright.
Spooky. All right, baby. Hey, Mark, Gas, Daniel, good to see you. Mr. Chusid, New York City native. All right. Now, what am I playing next? In my opinion, there are a lot of great bluesmen in American history, but without a doubt, one of the absolute coolest was Lightning Hopkins, right? I mean, come on. So, we wrote a song about him. It's called Come On Lightning. And been in the studio the past few weeks working on it. Got some great players on that one. Of course, Michael Fox, Brian Karp, Greg the Fiddler Holt, kicking ass as he always does on it, and Joni Evans, Michelle Butler singing. So I'm really looking forward to unleashing to the world this new music, and that song is going to be a good one. So here we go, Come On Lightning.
What you talking about? I come to pick you up, singing about your life. Come and see what's up. I come out of Centerville, got one thing in my mind. I hear the blues in the hard to find. So come on, lightning, please don't go. Pick up your Gibson, show us what you know. Been working on a farm and to get on back home. Never been in a town where I felt so alone. I come out of Centerville and I travel very far, just looking for a job, playing my guitar. So come on, lightning, please don't go. Pick up your Gibson and show us what you know. So come on, lightning, please don't go. Pick up your Gibson and show us what you know. So come on, lightning, please don't go. Pick up your Gibson and show us what you know. Okay, folks, it's for the great Lightning Hopkins. From my hometown, actually. Well, not really. He was from Centerville, as I was singing in the song, which is a town in Texas. I honestly don't know exactly where it is. Middle of Nowheresville. And, but he moved to Houston and lived in the 3rd Ward, which is kind of near the University of Houston, around there. Texas Southern University, kind of in the southern part of the city. Okay. So, another new one for you. This one is called Walk in the Sun. Put away the gun. can rectify. I need a walk in the sun, in the sun. Pour another cup of coffee in the sun. It's good this night is done. Yeah. In the sun. Oh, I need a walk in the sun. In the sun. Oh, I need a walk in the sun. In the sun. In the sun. In the sun.
All right, walk in the sun. Tom, how are you, sir? All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna lighten it up a little and play kind of a love song, kinda not really, but a little more upbeat, shall I say? I've been waiting all my life for this moment to arrive. Now I'm ready, yes I'm ready to let love begin. All those bad times, all in the past. Now I found true love at last. Now I'm ready, yes I'm ready to let love begin. Yes I'm ready for a new life. let love begin. Could all use a little more love, right? These are tough times, people. So, trying to be kind to everybody. You know, my spare time when I'm not glued to the TV watching sports or playing guitar or playing with my cat. I'm kind of a history buff and I've always enjoyed it. I was actually a history major in college for about a year. That's another story though. And one thing that's kind of gotten me interested in the last few years has been New York City history, particularly in the 1840s. And I had a friend many years ago who kind of hit me to the Dead Rabbit Gang and a lot of the gangs down in this section of Manhattan called Five Points, which is near present-day Canal Street, back when there was actually a canal there. And it's kind of near City Hall, somewhere around there. I need to go down there and actually like find out exactly where it was. But it was really one of the first big ghettos of the United States. And this was a little slice of New York City history that was the subject of. Don't mind the noise coming from the kitchen. Just don't mind that. That was the subject of this Martin Scorsese film, The Gangs of New York. And one of the characters in the film, she didn't have a huge part, was this woman named Hellcat Maggie. And, you know, she's kind of up there with Bill the Barber and a lot of the other people that are in the film, these kind of folklore characters as they become. But apparently she did actually live, and she was part of that whole scene in the gangs and ran a tavern down there. And you didn't want to mess with Maggie. Ironically enough, when I was in Idaho a few months ago, and I was in a liquor store. Gee, why was Phil in a liquor store? Well, I'll tell you about that later too. But I was looking at Irish whiskey, and I came across this really cool looking label, and the whiskey was called Hellcat Maggie, and it was distilled by a brewery in Minnesota or something. But I never seen it here in New York. Never seen anywhere else other than in Idaho. And it was a good drinking whiskey. Could have been a little smoother, you know, but it wasn't particularly pricey. I think for the money, it was a good value. So, anyway, I wrote a song called Hellcat Maggie, and this is on an album called It's All Real Good. Also had a cool video on this one. I think it premiered over at Americana UK. I can't really remember. It's all a blur. So many videos, so many, you know. But here you go. For all you musicians out there, it's an A minor, it's a waltz, and I'm playing an A minor natural harmonica. I've been lying low in the shadows, hiding behind the locks. Money I owe, if she finds me, I get strung up behind the dock. I sleep all day in the cellar, wake up
in my swill. At night I creep up to Orange Street. I go and I get me my fill. Now Maggie, I know if she finds me, she go and she claw off my ear, then tie me up and hang me. That's why I live in such fear. Sweet. Hellcat Maggie, baby. I got a couple more for you. I said earlier I was going to play a song that I wrote 30 years ago. Well, here it comes. This is a song that called Shed My Skin that was released in Europe on a really great label that I was a part of called New Rose Records out of Paris. You can look them up. I was label mates with a whole lot of great artists. Whole lot. Alex Chilton, Jeffrey Lee Pierce, just to name a couple. A lot of songwriters from that era and performers that the American music business was kind of ignoring. I guess I was one of them then. And I did a couple albums with them. The song also was released in the United States on a 45, on a vinyl 45, with a great label out of Brooklyn called Diesel Only Records. That was kind of trying to keep the whole 45 and vinyl thing going in the 90s. And this is when CDs really ruled the world. It was right before Napster and all that, and downloading music and stuff. So it was a different era, different technology. But they worked with a lot of local New York City acts, including me. I think a couple from Nashville too. Anyway, Shed My Skin. I've done so much that I could regret. Best I can do is try to forget. Gonna shed my skin to get my second wind. I'm gonna burn my old memories, those that seem like a weight to me. Gonna shed my skin, get my second for me to jump back into the race. I can finally look myself in the face. Gonna shed my skin, get my second win. I'm looking forward to the next sunny day. Play my cards however they lay. Seems like I've been in trouble for so long. Add it all up, I'm still in one piece. I bounced around, I landed on my feet. Gotta shed my skin, get my second win. Gotta shed my skin and get my second win.
All right, folks. It's been a real pleasure playing some music for you tonight. Thanks for stopping by. I've got some info up on the screen about how to give me a virtual tip, virtual contribution if you're in the mood. Appreciate it. Appreciate your generosity. I hope you have a great holiday season. I'll be back in December doing one of these. Maybe playing a few holiday songs. And on December 7th, I'm going to be doing a big Zoom night with some pals of mine from the Cowgirl Seahorse restaurant downtown. They've got a really cool community of musicians that are part of it. Last year I played it. I was actually in the restaurant. Of course, this year with things the way they are, that's not wise. So we're going to do the Zoom thing. And I'll be posting about that. There'll be some other friendly faces you probably know that are going to be there and singing and so forth. What else? Yeah, Aldora Britain Records, my new single. Give it a listen. If you like it, please download it. Support live music. Support independent artists. Incidentally, I want to thank all the different musicians that I've been working with the last few weeks recording. There's a session with Tony Mann. He's doing a great job on it. So all you artists, if you need a record producer, go talk to Tony. He'll do you good. I did have a chance to play a couple of live shows in the fall. And I can't really remember the last time I did one of these. I think it was October 1st. Because I remember there was this whole thing going on about Facebook was changing the rules about streaming live shows, and people were worried. But yeah, I think it was October 1st, and since then I played the Porch Stomp Festival on Governor's Island. A couple weeks before that I played up in Croton on the Hudson River. Really, really good afternoon show. So, this is another one off the forthcoming collection of songs I'm working on. It's called Just Another Traveling Man.
Meet me by the old Pepsi sign. I've been standing here since 9:30, smoking cast-offs and drinking gin, sporting my Nicholson grin. Postman don't ever stick around. Thought you'd gone and pinned me down. Don't even try to understand that I'm just another traveling man. It was getting on to noon. I knew that you'd be showing up soon. My throat was getting mighty dry. Me and this Nevada sky. Most men don't ever stick around. Thought you'd gone and pin me down. Don't even try to understand that I'm just another traveling man. I realized that you weren't coming. One thing I've learned from this life of bumming, the freight train was heading down the rail. I decided to go and grab its tail. Most men don't ever stick around. You thought you'd gone and pinned me down. Don't even try to understand that I'm just another traveling man. Most men don't ever stick around. You thought you'd gone and pinned me down. Don't even try to understand that I'm just another traveling man.
All right.